Good evening, and welcome to tonight's commencement ceremony for the class of 2022. Thank you, Ms. Rick, and our amazing orchestra. Please stand, and while the class of 2022 choir sings our national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. As we gather here this evening to celebrate this special group of students, we can't be more grateful for the opportunity to return to our traditions here at Blue Cross Arena. Throughout the evening, our speakers will no doubt recount the strength, resilience, and perseverance of our students. And while all those descriptions are accurate, tonight I'm going to focus on some unexpected moments of grace and gratitude for just a few minutes. As we emerge from the pandemic, it's hard to believe the collective sacrifices that have been made by the entire school community over the last 3 years. Masks, social distancing, one-way traffic, virtual and hybrid settings, and the ubiquitous Google Classroom were all thrust into our everyday life. Throughout your journey through FHS, our sincere hopes were that our core values of civility, awareness, respect, and embracing each other's differences would carry us through, but that wasn't enough. As students and staff struggled with the lack of connection, it was quite evident that we needed to focus on everyone's social emotional well-being and begin to extend each other some grace. Grace is an interesting thing in the sense that it really doesn't cost you anything to extend it, but to the person on the receiving end of it, well, it can literally save your life. I hope each and every one of you can reflect on this unprecedented event that we've been experiencing and think of a time when a teacher, a staff member, a peer, or a family member has demonstrated a moment of grace for you, perhaps on a day that you didn't quite feel like you had the strength. In turn, I hope that you found a way to do the same for others and give something back or to express your gratitude to someone, not knowing that a simple act was all they needed to keep going in a moment of exhaustion or frustration. It is in witnessing and recognizing these moments of grace and gratitude that I find the joy of serving as your principal. It reminds me of the inherent good in each and every one of our students and staff. It reminds me of the reason that most of us that have the great honor of working in education do what we do. We love working with kids and watching them grow. As challenging as this year has been for everyone, as tired as we all seem to be, it was all worth the struggle. Your class found a way to flourish academically, share your artistic talents, compete on the fields of play. So as we reflect today, let's cherish these moments. Let us also remember the seemingly mundane, smiling at someone as you walk through the halls without a mask, opening a door for someone in need, picking up a fallen cell phone. These random acts of kindness demonstrate our humanity and remind me on a daily basis how truly grateful I am to hold witness every day to amazing kids. As I've shared before, I'm often asked what it's like to be the principal of such a large high school, usually followed by, "I would never think of doing what you do." They say things like, "Kids these days are this," and "kids these days are that," quickly casting the next generation in a negative light. Respectfully, it's a great opportunity for me to set them straight. Let me tell you about kids these days. Kids these days are just as kind as they ever were. In fact, kids these days have the capacity to love and accept each other well beyond our comprehension. And in a world of economic, political, and social unrest, our students show us the way. Kids these days are just as smart as they ever were. If you happen to catch any of our senior highlights, you know what I mean. One of them will most definitely develop a life-saving surgical procedure, help build homes in our community, develop a new protection for our cybersecurity, or help save lives as a dedicated emergency responder. Kids these days are passionate advocates. They recognize opportunities to break down barriers and preconceived ideas. They draw our attention to critical issues around mental health, access, and equity, and letting us know that if we are truly invested in teaching, then we must truly be invested in their individual stories. Kids these days balance school, work, extracurricular activities, and they still find space to volunteer their time, talents, and experience joy in life. So the next time you hear the refrain, "kids these days," take a minute to reflect on the amazing kids we are so fortunate to work with every day in Fairport schools. And know this, being the principal of Fairport High School is an honor that I'm thankful for every day. And now for a few words of wisdom for our graduates to guide you on your journey. First, take care of the people that take care of you. It's a simple concept, but one we take for granted. This approach to life breeds loyalty and love between friends and families and pays dividends beyond your comprehension in times of need. And second, you alone decide what type of person you will be. Make a conscious choice to be a good friend, a good student, a good worker, and perhaps someday a good parent. It's the only thing you have control over. Your character is the sum total of the quality of your effort in work, in relationships, and in life. Lastly, a special request. Come home when you can. I'm sure for some of you, the idea of fleeing Fairport might be the most appealing idea you've ever heard, and for others, it might be the scariest. When you leave, you will gain the perspective that every adult that works and lives in our community has. It's an amazing place to live and raise a family. This realization may take some time, and that's okay. So long as you remember, you are a product of Fairport. Wherever you go, whatever you do, you're a part of our family. Thank you for making us all proud to be a Raider. As I think about the path in front of each of you, I'm confident that you're well prepared. There will most certainly be adversity in your future, whether it be at home, in college, the workplace, or the military. Remember that you're not alone. Although we are many Raiders, we are one family. You have each other and all of your collective experiences to draw confidence from as you find your way. And of course, you have your Fairport community. We truly believe that saying, once a Raider, always a Raider. And we look forward to hearing about all your future success. Congratulations to the class of 2022. As I explained to the class in our rehearsal, this is an event that we've looked forward to for many, many years. It's my hope that this celebration will be very manageable for all of you, and would like to remind everyone that this ceremony is a culmination of years of hard work and preparation. I would ask that throughout the evening you conduct yourselves with the utmost respect for your peers, your families, and guests, and each one of our speakers. Now, it's time to introduce our honored guests. I would ask that each guest stand as I introduce you and remain standing until we have completed the introductions. Please hold your applause until the end. On the dais this evening, we are joined by our featured student speaker, Fatma Noor, our class president, Grace Cardinal, Vice President Ella Guilfoyle, Secretary Aiden Arena, Treasurer Kyan Chung, guest speaker, Mr. Gary Byer, class advisors, Mr. Michael Alessandra, Megan Hernandez, Mrs. Marilee Buffum, and Mrs. Donna Marie Russell. Our district office leadership, under the Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Brett Provenzano, Deputy Superintendent Tanya Wilson Thevenessen, Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, Mr. Doug Lau, Assistant Superintendent for Business, Mr. Matt Stevens. And of course, our Board of Education, led by our President, Mr. Peter Forsgren, Vice President Erica Beloy-Pacer, Damon Buffum, Marty Cardona, Janice Fortuna, Joyce Kostick, and Dr. Mary Caitlin Wright. How about a round of applause for our guests? I'd also like to acknowledge the rest of our building administrators, Lindsay Kyle, Ryan Kuhn, Patricia McGrath, Stephanie Miner, and Madison Power. Our guidance counselors who worked tirelessly over the last 3 years to ensure this day would be a reality for all of our students. Please welcome Mrs. Marty Bundeck, Christina Cardamone, Craig Howe, Teresa Howe, Jackie Donaldson-Hawkins, Heather Manillo, and Francine Newtown. And lastly, we'd like to welcome any other faculty and staff member that's participating in the evening tonight. You can sit now. At this time, I'd like to introduce our choir, which will be singing Slipping Through My Fingers by Benny Anderson and Bjorn Olves under the direction of Dr. Jim Jeffers. Thank you. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Peter Forsgren, President of the Board of Education, to offer a warm welcome.
Thank you, and thank you, Mr. Clark. On behalf of the Board of Education, I welcome you, all of you, families, friends, staff, but especially you, our students. Welcome to this celebratory occasion. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to do something perhaps a little bit different, and if you will indulge me. If you attended Dudley Northside, would you please stand up or raise your hand as high as possible? Dudley Northside, stand up. Okay, you're going to raise your hands, whatever. Very good. Great, thank you. Please be seated. Moving on to the next elementary school, those who attended Jefferson Avenue, please stand up or raise your hand as high. And last but not least, Brooks Hill. If you attended Brooks Hill, please stand up. Now, recognizing that we have many who also moved in here after their elementary years, if you did attend a school outside of the district for those years, please stand up at this time. So I hope that included everyone. This next part's not a trick question, okay? Seriously, not a trick question. If you attended Fairport High School, please stand up. Thank you. You can be seated. Thanks for indulging me. You're here. You started at different places. You've come together and you're graduating. It's an incredible milestone that you've accomplished. And from this moment on, you will also leave to desperate places, whether it's careers, military, jobs. Well, that's a career, right? College, whatever it might be, a gap year. You've come together, you've graduated, and you move on. And one question has kept going through my mind and trying to prepare for today. What do you say to the class of 2022, whose all years of experience at high school have been unknowns and change and disruption, abnormal? What do you say to that class who's had to constantly try and show resiliency? Indeed, what do you say? You are incredible. Well, besides that, that's good too. Congratulations, of course. But with all the upheavals of the last 3 years, you've shown us a lot. You've learned so much, and I'm so grateful for that. I want you to know a few things that have come out of it that are constants, in my opinion. First and foremost, we believe in you. And when I say we, I'm talking about, I think, everybody who's joined you here today. We believe in you. We're proud of you. We've seen what you've done. We've seen what you've accomplished. We've seen what you've overcome. We love you. We believe in you. We're glad that you've made this journey. 2, believe in yourself. You too you've had to pick yourself up through all these changing times and move forward through the unknown. Sometimes even a day at a time. What will happen the next day? What will change? Will it be masking? Will it not? What are we going to do? Are we going to school? Are we not? It's been incredible, but you've done that. So believe in yourself. And 3, believe in each other. You have seen and experienced that this whole situation, 3 years of COVID, has been challenging for some more so than others. And that's the nature of challenges, indeed. And as Mr. Clark said, to give each other grace, believe in each other. So much you're going to do as you leave this place. And so coming to an end and asking that you believe in yourself, that you believe in each other, and knowing that we believe in you as you go forth from here, take all that with you and celebrate. Know that, though, in believing in you, we're not necessarily saying we recognize that everything's going to be perfect, that you will succeed at everything. No, but believe that you will try, that you will grow, that you will learn. And therefore, you'll be a better person. And that's what we believe in you, is that you are prepared to do that you will leave here and can meet any challenge, any abnormality, anything that life can throw at you, because you've just lived through 3 years of that. And so, with indeed congratulations, welcome to this commencement ceremony, class of 2022. We love you. We're proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Forsgren, and thank you for your leadership. It is my pleasure to invite our superintendent, Mr. Brett Provenzano, to the podium to offer his remarks to the class of 2022. Mr. Provenzano.
Good evening. Our talented musicians, thank you for being here tonight and connecting us to this greater moment. Let's give a big round of applause for our musicians. As we close another chapter on another year in our Fairport schools, as both an educator and as a parent, I stand here with you. I am humbled to share these final moments with our Board of Education, our families, and our friends, and of course, the graduating class of 2022. These last 2.5 years have prompted us all to take inventory of our lives and our values. We learned to be grateful for the little things that create meaning for us, just like being able to be together here in a normal environment. These past several weeks have been marked by celebration and unity for the class of 2022, a well-deserved time to decompress and enjoy being Raiders at FHS. I would like to thank Mr. Clark and his team, along with our Fairport High School PTA, for planning graduation festivities so this class could close out their time with each other together with a sense of normalcy. Some thank yous are certainly in order. Parents, this is your night too. Enjoy the moment, embrace it. Let's give our parents a big round of applause. We share in your joy, pride, and love for your children. To our esteemed Board of Education, thank you for being fierce advocates for our students. Just follow a Fairport Instagram or Twitter feed, and one can see the depth and intentionality of our district's programming and how it mirrors the mission and vision of our board's student-centered beliefs. Thank you, Board of Education. To our Fairport educators and anyone who works with and is invested on our children on behalf of our schools is an educator. We know that you are the decisive factor in our student successes while they are at school. Your personal approach and unconditional love is far-reaching and provides a source of inspiration for our students to discover and become the best version of themselves. Please give your educators a big round of applause. We couldn't do it without them. And now, class of 2022, truly, it's been a privilege to watch your journey through our schools and watching it closely. Over the past 2 years, life threw you and your peers curveball after curveball. Individually and collectively, you struggled in ways that we may never fully grasp or understand. And you discovered ways to move forward together during unprecedented times. While this was occurring, new social and political movements were occurring right before your very eyes. Since March of 2020, when you were sophomores, we have seen disparities in healthcare, technology, and education. There's a renewed focus on the importance of protecting and strengthening mental health for all. There's been a tidal wave of economic uncertainty for families across this country, and social unrest and upheaval around issues that speak to the very core of our American identity and history are at stake. But this is where you come in, class of 2020, and I'm certain that you will be ready for the next adventure and the next challenge. You have demonstrated the wherewithal to grapple with the greatest issues and unanswered questions of our day and those days to come. You are future ready. Your spirits are strong, you are resilient, and you are compassionate. It is that compassion and spirit that has united you through the adversity we've been through together. And make no mistake these qualities will carry you through all seasons of life. The realities of COVID life and living through a global pandemic couldn't shake your resilient spirit to be together. Technology make things faster and easier, or even make the distances seem to be a little bit farther, but it can't change the values of care and the compassion that you have modeled and that linked you together during your time here in Fairport. As the page turns and you move through the world, You may be surprised to discover that Fairport really is special. You may be surprised to discover that practicing making a difference really is a powerful tool for good. The things we practice during Brotherhood Sisterhood Week are not just words. They are the core values that distinguish our caring and soulful community. They are the values that I am most proud of, and I'm certain that you will be too. Civility, awareness, respect, and embracing differences will still count and matter more than ever when you leave our schools. Class of 2022, as you leave to begin your next adventure, I ask you to look around at your classmates one more time. Look at your peers. Allow yourself a moment of pride. Be proud to be a Fairport graduate. Be proud of the values that bind us together as one family. Be proud of what you have accomplished, of how you've come together in a world that feels so uncertain at times. Be proud of your resilience. Be proud to be part of a compassionate, caring, and unified community. Be proud of yourselves and know that you are loved, and we are so proud of you. Thank you.
It is now my pleasure to introduce the class president. Grace Cardinal has done an exceptional job bringing this class together under the most trying circumstances. Please join me in welcoming Grace.
So I was given two pieces of advice before I came up here tonight: to not drop my speech and to not lock my knees. So for the next few minutes, we're going to see if I'm successful. High bar, I know. So thank you for the beautiful introduction, Mr. Clark. Good evening and congratulations, everyone. I am honored to be the one that has served you these last 4 years and to be the one who gets to welcome the class of 2022 and their families this evening, unrestricted by COVID protocols. I would be remiss not to acknowledge the stage we are on tonight, unable to be graced by those in the last two classes, and how truly honored I am to be a member of the first class to return once more. To be standing where I am tonight, I have so many people to thank, I would run out of time just trying to name half of them. So instead, I'm simply going to thank all of you. Without your support these last 4 years, I would not be where I am tonight. And while I am honored to share this night with your parents and families, I am here because of you, and for that, I will be forever grateful. Everyone talks about the stress of speech writing, and if any of you know me, you know I've been sweating about this since class board elections our freshman year. Well, I was racking my brain for things to write these last few months and consulting nearly anyone who would listen. The advice I kept getting was to stick with what I know. Over and over, I've been mentally reliving major school events, big games, Brotherhood Sisterhood Weeks, and all the other things I've experienced that make Fairport what it is. However, through this process of constant analysis of my last 13 years here, time and time again, it was the littlest moments. 5 minutes during a specific lunch period, a certain joke told in band one morning, the most ordinary walk out to the senior parking lot after ninth period that were standing out to me. And it made me realize the most mundane moments are the ones that stick with you. One story in particular stands out to me. Sophomore year in the cafeteria, I nearly ran into the lunchroom halfway through the period, a notebook flung open and poster board slipping out of my hands. I had a French test the next period and had just come from an impromptu class board meeting where we found out we needed to complete some major task in a short period of time. In my frenzied panic, close to crying from pure exhaustion, standing at the metal fold-out table in front of what was probably 100 kids, these two girls came from behind me and simply asked me, "How can I help?" Mind you, my incredible best friend Lauren was sitting next to me, talking me down when these two girls came over. It was obvious that I was in need of some support. However, it was the simple action of these two girls I didn't know well, offering a hand to someone they had no obligation to help, that still speaks to me today. That, to me, embodies the Fairport experience. These two girls, without hesitation, putting aside the things that they needed to do in their own lives, to sit down, grab markers, and help a girl they barely knew. I have seen these kinds of familial actions everywhere in my last 18 years in Fairport, inside of school and out. Outside of the obvious examples of brotherhood sisterhood, homecoming, and red zones, these experiences are commonly seen throughout our community every single day. Whether someone is having a stressful day and needs a shoulder to lean on, is simply existing period by period, or is striving to achieve one of their academic goals and is in need of someone to celebrate with, our Fairport community is constantly standing behind them. Time and time again, I see girls grabbing tissues in the bathroom to help someone having a hard day. Time and time again, I walk by classes wherein students are sharing their celebrations for the week, and I hear clapping and cheers in response. Time and time again, I watch as our community surrounds our sports teams through success or loss to show our pride. So, class of 2022, I implore you to be the person who gets tissues for the girl crying in the bathroom, the person who's there to cheer everyone on, and the person there with markers and kind words that mean more than you realize. Your actions do affect others. These inherently human actions we have every day that you may not think twice about could be a moment that lives with someone for the rest of their life, and one that changes their outlook on humanity for the better. We are a Fairport family. We offer helping hands where they are needed and always protect our own. While we have had our struggles as a class, never have I been so confident that a group of people was set to make a massive change in the world. We accept others for who they are, meet them where they are, and offer to share in our journeys with one another. And so I welcome you, class of 2022, to the last page of the first chapter in our lives. While we will meet along the way again, it is now your time to shine independent of what we have known these last 18 years and of everything we have built during our time here. You may think today is your last day being a Red Raider. Trust me, it is far from it. Wherever your future may take you, whatever future mascots you may embody, being a Raider will always be within you, within your kind actions, within your passions, and within every interaction you have with others. As I know so many of you do, especially after our COVID experience, go through life appreciating the smallest, most mundane moments. It will humble you and serve you well in life in the ways that each of you deserve. It has been my absolute honor and privilege to serve as your president, and I cannot wait to see where each of your lives take you. Thank you.
Be careful down there, okay? Grace, thank you so much for sharing more moments of grace and gratitude. Before I introduce our next speaker, I'd like to ask our Day Jazz Band to come forward and set up for their performance. Our featured student speaker this year is Fatma Noor. So please join me in welcoming Fatma.
First, I would like to congratulate everyone on this happy day. It is the beginning of another part of life. Yet, even as we throw our hats in the air to celebrate our years as students, we say goodbye to our amazing staff and teachers. My teachers taught me English, so every word I share with you tonight is a gift they have given to me. For that, I will always be grateful. My name is Fatima. I was born in Iraq, the country with all the beautiful history that nobody talks about, a home I was never able to grow up in, a place that holds no memories for me. My parents left their homeland when I was 2 for a single reason, to keep me and my brother safe. Only months before we left Iraq, ISIS fighters entered the store where my father worked and shot everyone. My father was shot. He was the only survivor. He knew he had to find a better life for us, and so my journey to Fairport began. When I was 2, my family fled to Syria. My dad was working with the United Nations from the time we arrived in Syria to move to the United States. It took 7 years before that day would come. Unfortunately, war had followed us to Syria, and in 2011, my childhood lullabies were shattered by the thunder of explosions. My schools were bombed 3 times, and if the bombings weren't scary enough, I can remember as a second grader when my teacher made me stand in the corner and lash my hands with a yardstick because I asked my friend to borrow her eraser. It wasn't exactly Brotherhood Sisterhood Week. In 2013, we came to America legally and happily. I was 9 when my family moved to Fairport, to our home in the Pines of Parenton. There were so many things to adjust to: a new language, a new culture, and a completely different world. In so many ways, though, the differences were a gift. It was safe here, and that's all that mattered. It's not easy picking up and moving halfway around the world, so I always made sure to remind myself that growing up here would not let me forget where I came from. What surprised me more than anything was school. Growing up in Fairport schools, I learned English, but more than that, I learned how to get along with others who are different from me. I learned to be curious about learning and to think about what I want to study in college. I learned how to be myself and to always remember that there are a lot of people out there with lives harder than mine. I will never take for granted the opportunities I have been given here because I know that there are so many kids around the world wish for what we have here, like wonderful teachers who care, different classes to choose from, safe and beautiful school buildings, and a district that teaches love and kindness. When I first came here, I had never seen a Black person. I asked my father about it, and he laughed and said, "My love, we are all created perfectly by Allah." I learned something new. I do not speak of the wars I have seen to suggest that I'm special. We see the same violence here on the streets and in classrooms here in America. The pain we feel from all the violence in the world has no race, color, or religion. But I hope the peace and understanding we share can be just as powerful. We are all blessed in so many ways, so we should use the opportunity to change the world. I know I look different from many of you. My clothes, my religion, and my experiences may set me apart and make it hard to reach across the space that divides us. But I'm just Fatima, a young woman who is excited about her future and wants to make the world better. Just like so many of you, I'm a student, a sister, a friend, and a citizen of the world, just like so many of you. And tonight, most importantly, I'm a daughter. Many years ago, before we were born, our parents dreamed of us. As we took our first steps and learned the alphabet and grew taller, we made these dreams real. My parents gave everything so my little brother and I could grow up without worrying about war, hunger, and being separated from each other. Watching my parents suffer from being far away from their families for so many years breaks my heart. But they did that for me and my brother. Mama and Baba, I want to thank you tonight the most, because without you, I wouldn't have seen this day. I'm so lucky to have such strong, amazing parents. We carry a challenge with us into the world tonight, to choose love and reject hate, to be grateful for what we have instead of taking it for granted, to rejoice in how we are the same instead of resenting our differences. I leave you tonight with an Arabic proverb. من الظلم أن تقيس حظك بعدد الأشياء الجميلة التي لم تحصل عليها دون النظر إلى الأشياء السيئة التي لم تصبك. كن منصفاً حتى مع نفسك كي تشعر بالرضا. The translation is, it is unfair to measure your luck with the number of beautiful things that you did not get without looking at the bad things that did not hit you. Be fair, even with yourself, to be satisfied. Graduates, I feel lucky and happy to celebrate this night with all of you. Congratulations. I wish you a bright and happy future. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to open my heart and speak to all of you tonight.
Fatma, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Day Jazz Band under the direction of Mr. Bill Tiberio to offer a musical tribute to the class of 2022. The Fairport High School Student Hall of Fame exists to annually recognize students who have achieved distinction in their careers at Fairport High School in academics, extracurricular activities, citizenship, service, leadership, and spirit. It is our pleasure to announce that 4 members of the class of 2022 were recently selected to the Student Hall of Fame. Congratulations to Grace Cardinal, Margaret Donner, Dylan Harvey, and Lucas West on this well-deserved and prestigious honor. Next, to help us introduce our featured speaker is Vice President Ella Guilfoyle. Ella?
It is such a pleasure to stand on the stage and introduce a teacher who has had such a large impact on my life and the others who are sitting in front of the stage today. However, this was no easy task. To try to get all of you to understand why Mr. Byer was chosen to speak at such a monumental event is hard to do in just a couple of minutes. The experience a lot of the class of 2022 participated in was one before junior year commenced. It was the year after the COVID shutdown. With many of us doubtful, it was welcoming when Mr. Byer posted a video in Google Classroom about how he would try to make that year both normal and safe for us. Even though it's kind of like, dang, this guy's already giving us homework. But in reality, it was just the start of a teacher showing us how much he cared. Mr. Byer makes genuine, unique relationships with every kid he encounters. Although he's a geek about books and writing, he will sit down and talk about anything if it puts a smile on a student's face. Last year, he wrote a special letter to each of his classes to recap on the amazing year we had together. Mr. Byer is always willing to be flexible with work and assignments, which is a hard thing to come by. He trusts us and we trust him. Students know when they walk into his room, it can be to de-stress and be open about their feelings. He might have even been too open to listening. Well, now he will sneak away to the English workroom to get his work done when his room is stuffed with students just to hang out during his free periods. In addition to Mr. Byer's extreme care for his students, he also has huge Fairport pride. This is a prime example of a teacher who lives through once a Raider, always a Raider that us Gen Zers joke about. However, Mr. Byer represents this quote by wanting to give us the same incredible experience he had at FHS. Here is how I can prove to you how much Mr. Byer loves Fairport. He was laid off because he was a fresh whippersnapper out of college. In order to stay within the district, he took another position. He taught E&L classes for a good amount of time until an English teacher was needed again. Mr. Byer is also involved in the student council as one of the advisors and has created a musical ensemble, Mr. Byer and Friends, to play music with teachers and students at school events. And he's a part of the 789 Club. This just shows his diversity of connections he has had in the school. This teacher has truly made an impact on so many kids' paths. Now that I think I've made it clear that Mr. Byer is beyond qualified to take your attention in a little bit, I want to throw out some fun facts. Number 1, Mr. Byer was in a band in high school. Smiller was in it too. Number 2, the band name was Alcatraz. Why? Because there was no escaping how awesome they were. Number 3, avid hiker. Number 4, he loves English language and literature memes and GIFs. Number 5, this is the last one too. Mr. Byer met his wife, Lisa, at FHS. They got engaged in the classroom where they met, and the wedding ceremony happened in FHS's very own 512. The highlights were broadcasted on the morning show. This all just links back to the Fairport pride I was mentioning. But some of that may not be completely accurate. So, now that you understand the Gary Byer a little bit more, I will not take up any more of this long graduation to please have you join me in welcoming Mr. Byer to the podium.
Be careful. Thank you. First of all, I want to just take a moment to thank Ella for that really kind introduction. Let's give Ella a round of applause, everybody. You know, the last couple of years, I was lucky to be able to teach Grace Cardinal, and I know that she put a ton of time and effort into making sure that you guys were getting the best possible experience. So let's give Grace Cardinal one more round of applause as well. And Fatima Noor, man, what an incredible story. Seriously, let's give her another round of applause. Thank you, Fatima, for having the courage to come up and share that today. That was incredible. So to begin, I'd like to take a moment to do an OOTD. And for those of you unfamiliar, OOTD stands for Outfit of the Day and typically goes something like this. So this is my outfit today. One of the accessories I'm carrying with me is my cap that I happened to find at a Salvation Army, in fact. If you look closely, you'll notice that the edges are fraying a little bit, which kind of gives it that vintage look, and you guys all know how much I appreciate the sustainability of thrifting. Another accessory I have with me is this tassel, which is really special. You'll notice. Not many people know this, but one of Mr. Gillette's hobbies is actually to make bedazzled tassels. He handcrafted this one with great care, even including a sweet little card signed Dylan J. Gillette with a heart. Super thoughtful. Check out his Etsy store at some point, Tassels by G. For my shoes, I wanted to wear my outdoor Crocs, but my wife told me I wasn't allowed. I think she was afraid I'd trip and fall wearing them, but she forgets about adventure mode. Anyway, instead I'm wearing my Allbirds, also sustainable, very comfortable. Finally, my gown. This may appear just an ordinary gown, but I reached out to Lululemon, and believe it or not, they were honored to design this. The only conditions were I had to give them $1,500 and mention them at least once in my speech, #sponsored, but you would not believe the airflow I'm getting in this thing. And that's my OOTD. Class of 2022, I regard the opportunity to speak to you today as the highest honor I could receive as a high school English teacher. I do not, however, stand up here alone tonight. I stand here with friends, colleagues, and mentors of past and present who believed in me even when I was just an aspiring teacher in my early 20s and didn't believe in myself, and who continue to push me to hone the craft of teaching. I stand here with my parents, Sue and Gary, who instilled in my sisters, Erica and Shelley, and me, a sense of pride in our work. Our parents always made us believe that we could be whatever we wanted to be. And whether or not that notion was a reality, to be told that and to believe that is powerful. And the notion gave me hope, the same hope that I feel when I think of all of you. And I can't thank my parents enough. They're here tonight. Can you help me give them a round of applause? And finally, I stand here with my rock, my constant, the love of my life, my golden retriever, Radley. I'm kidding. My wife, Lisa. I've spent more than half my life with her by my side. Many of you know that we started dating at the end of 10th grade at FHS. As Ella pointed out, we did get engaged actually in a room at FHS, to room 204, in fact. She never gets the credit she deserves, Lisa, for being selflessly and relentlessly supportive. She gives me the strength to be who I am for my students, and I cannot thank her enough for that. She's my absolute best friend. She is a bit shy and easily embarrassed, and she had no idea what I was going to say about her tonight. So I think she would really love it if you all helped me say thank you, Lisa, on the count of 3. Can we do that? All right, 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Lisa. Let's give her a round of applause. For years, I've sat in the stands in this arena, watching my respected colleagues deliver speeches to past graduating classes. And in those moments, I daydreamed about what it would be like to be standing here before an audience that has elected me to speak to them one final time before they departed. I daydreamed about what I might write, what I might have to say to you all. I daydreamed of the gratitude I would have for the graduating class, and it turns out I have no shortage of gratitude for the class of 2022. My journey writing this speech, however, has been wrought with doubt. I've written, deleted, written, revised, deleted, written again, revised. Finally, I asked myself, why? Why am I following the same pattern of perfection that I advise many of my students against by reminding them to trust that what they have to say and how they have to say it is powerful? I realize why. And that is, we all, whether we can recognize it or not in ourselves, share feelings of insecurity. Insecurity is a universal human experience. And oftentimes, insecurities terrify us because they make us feel inadequate and vulnerable. Insecurities can be debilitating, motivating, even both at the same time. It may surprise some of you that I possess a lot of insecurities about who I am as a teacher, even though I knew when I was younger than you are now that I wanted to teach. Every single day, I doubt my ability to be effective. And until writing this speech, I hadn't entirely figured that out either. The answer? Because I care deeply about all of you and about providing you with the best possible education and life experiences. One of my many wishes for you is that you all find something that challenges you but drives you to meet those challenges because you believe so deeply in that which you choose to do, just as I do in working with you. Tonight is an occasion to honor the past and to celebrate taking our first steps into the future. But above all else, it is an occasion to celebrate this moment, the here, the now. You know, when Nick Carraway insightfully tells Jay Gatsby, you can't repeat the past, I think Nick's right in the sense that we cannot replicate moments from our past. Not only is he right, but I also think a lot of our insecurities are rooted in living in the past and living in the future at the same time. For example, I'm overwhelmed with memories of the class of 2022. And yet I am simultaneously anxious and excited about the next group of students who will occupy my classroom in September. Contending with the past and the future doesn't leave a whole lot of time to be present right now. What about those moments, those memories I share with so many of you? The 2020-2021 school year was unprecedented. What with cohorts and synchronous and asynchronous learning and COVID protocols and social distancing, in a time when it was easier to be angry, frustrated, bitter, sad, you all reminded me how to laugh. When I thought it was critical that we discuss the logical fallacies employed by Danforth in The Crucible, you challenged me to write an argumentative essay about why the Cars 3 movie is the best in the franchise, right, Harrison? And speaking of Cars 2, it's still rubbish, Maggie, period. When studying Outliers, though you all played along, you remind me how important it was that we connected by conducting a March Madness-style song challenge that would carry us through the final weeks of the school year. We performed a speed reading of A Christmas Carol. We listened to Alcatraz songs. We watched random, goofy, and good-natured videos on YouTube, and somewhere in there learning still happened, I think. My point is this. Thank you. Thank you for the laughs that will bring me joy for years. Thank you for the honest conversations about your life experiences. Thank you for allowing me to process this crazy world with you. Thank you for the moments in which we shared tears of joy and some of sadness. Thank you for allowing me to be open and honest with all of you. Thank you for being human and for perpetually reminding me that we're all on this journey together. These memories will live with me for life, but Nick Carraway was right. We can't afford to spend these precious moments always living in the past. Every moment is a moment lost. The past sometimes consumes us, but so does the future. And while planning for the future is critical, living in the future also removes us from the present. As Mr. Kyle Hargrave often reminds us, EPP, enjoy the precious present. In fact, this notion inspired an original song that I and some of my FHS friends collaborated to make as a gift to the class of 2022. And I'd like to share that with you now.
Graduation day got you feeling like a champion. What is... We were singing about this Fairport High. Ready to roll, no take it home.
Remember silly bands and BTS and fidget spinners? Remember Squishmallows and Subway Surfers? Remember Wordle and Tamagotchis and Temple Run? Remember One Direction and Boston 2021? What about Little Einsteins and the Duck Song and Among Us? Candy Crush and Air Force Ones? Don't forget Squinkies and Webkins and our debates about what is truth anyway. And I'm still trying to figure out, what does the fox say?
Please don't panic, please don't be afraid.
The time has come now to say goodbye to yesterday.
Because we're living in this moment. Yeah, we're living for today. It's so long before we know it. When you forgot and you lost your way. Just say, we're living in this moment. Yeah, we're living for today. It's so long and before we know it. If we're here and now, you'll find your way.
Yeah, we're moving on. Seems like kindergarten's just 3 days gone. Look your eyes and realize those childhood shadows are growing long. Future stretched out wide open and sublime. You're living in the sweet, sweet summertime. Time is the corner of your life, careful how you spend it. The future's a garden, child, it must be tended. Waste your time and you'll grow thorns instead of roses. Before you know it, autumn's closing in.
Please don't panic, please don't be afraid.
The time has come now to say goodbye to yesterday.
Because we're living in this moment. Yeah, we're living for today. It's so long before we know it. And you've lost your way. Just say, we're living in this moment. Yeah, we're living for today. It's so long before we know it. If we're here and now, you'll find your way.
We can't stay here forever.
But you wanna stay forever.
You blinked and you woke up here.
So time to take the next step, just not together. We can't stay here forever. But you wanna stay forever. You blinked and you woke up here. So time to take the next step, just not together. We can't stay here forever. But you wanna stay forever. You blinked and you woke up here. So time to take the next step, just not together. this moment. Now we're living for today. It's so long and before you know it, you're gone and you've lost your way. Just say, we're living in this moment. Living for today. It's so long and before you know it.
Class of 2022.
Please don't be afraid. Please don't be afraid. Because we're living for today. You want to go.
Thank you. This song would not have been possible without Oz Pickett, Rafaela Dozer, Maggie Donner, Claire Savory, Mr. Dylan Gillette, and my co-writer and co-composer, Kyan Chung. Please help me in giving them all a round of applause. Before I depart, I have some final thoughts I'd like to share. Over the course of about 4 years, we've lived through a century's worth of unrest, turmoil, and division. It's been overwhelming to manage, not just for you as people coming of age, but also for us adults. The challenges we face have left us frustrated, anxious, apprehensive, and oftentimes angry. These feelings are compounded by a relentless consumption of media and social media that are incapable of imprisoning us in echo chambers. Add to that, many of us believe that our convictions are rooted in moral and ethical grounds. These factors have made it all too easy to dehumanize people who fundamentally disagree with us. Where we once built bridges between opposing ideologies, we now build walls. Where we once sought to listen, we now plug our ears. Where we once managed balance and sensibility, we now gravitate to extremes just to be heard. One of the concepts I teach my students is a logical fallacy called the false dichotomy. And for those who don't know or need a reminder, a logical fallacy is an error in reasoning. And a false dichotomy is the idea that issues and people's beliefs about those issues only fall under one of two categories. This is a logical fallacy because issues and people's beliefs about issues are much more complex than simple categorization. People's beliefs exist on a spectrum. And so many of the profound issues we face are complex and fraught with nuance. Might this be the moment that you start thinking to yourself, Mr. Byer, we didn't elect you as speaker so you could stand up here and lecture us on logical fallacies? Look, I say all of this because if we can recognize that the people who identify with opposing beliefs are caught up in two-sidesism just as much as we are, and if we can remember that building bridges and offering an attentive ear are the antidote, and if we can remember that we are all humans doing the very best we can in a world that has inundated us with challenges, we can grow together rather than apart. You all possess the power to humanize humanity. You all possess the power to humanize humanity, which is another of the many reasons you give me so much hope. Class of 2022, as I take this moment to feel this moment with you, to live in the now, I look at you all and I see the very best in you. I feel a great sense of hope that you will go forth and do right not only for yourselves, but for our fellow humans. You may not realize it yet. You may not feel it yet, but you possess great power to make profound positive change. I know this because I know so many of you as individuals. Singularly, you are powerful, but as a group, you're unstoppable. This night is about you and all you've accomplished, but I cannot thank you enough for what you've given me over the past 2 years. You have undeniably changed not only my professional life, but also my personal life for the better. I'll leave you with lyrics that I wrote for one of my high school bands just before I graduated, and they go like this. Now it's time to hold tight to all the things we took for granted, because as soon as the sun comes up, we'll be adults. The sunrise of adulthood is on your horizon. As you go forth, observe the past and plan for the future, but never forget to live in the present. I love and appreciate you all more than you'll ever know from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Peace and love. sorry. Thank you.
Our next guests have a special presentation to make on behalf of the class of 2022. Please welcome Secretary Aidan Arena and Treasurer Kyan Chung to present the class gift.
All right. Hello, everyone. We're here to announce what we're doing for the class of 2022's gift.
All right. To start off, we have a vision that one day we can live in a world that's filled with hope and peace. With our wish for a more humanitarian world, we've decided to donate to Rock Maiden, a volunteer organization that is sending relief and materials to those in need in Ukraine. We hope that helping out can lead to our vision and provide much-needed relief to the people who deserve it the most.
In addition to Rock Maiden, we also realized that we should help our fellow peers at home. One thing that so many of us take for granted are our perceptions on mental health. In order to increase awareness within our community, we've decided to donate to Stop the Stigma, an organization that helps in promoting suicide prevention and increasing mental health awareness for the youth. We hope that doing so will help both our peers and future students to properly understand and support the mental health community.
I got a little more too. Finally, we've decided to give some funds for the incoming senior, junior, and sophomore classes. We understand that the last few years have been insane due to the pandemic and that normal fundraising opportunities have not been present recently. We hope that this can help to jumpstart any future fundraising efforts or can be used towards affording any future plans. Good? Perfect. You want to say something?
Yeah.
All right. Please start.
So that's basically it for the class gift. We just want to give one more quick congratulations to everybody. Good job, guys. You're doing great. Thank you.
And now the moment you've all been waiting for as we begin the presentation of diplomas. I'd like to remind students that after the last diploma is presented, Mr. Provenzano will confer the diplomas, and I would ask that you remain in your row patiently as we process out. Let's do this.
Naeem Abdullah. Salma Akrami. Saif Al-Ibrahimi. Zahara Al-Ibrahimi. Ahmed Al-Rashid. Liam Albanese. Rama Al-Baradan. Rami Al-Baradan. Elisa Albert. James Alberts. Abdul Aziz Al Ghanem. Yamin Al-Kaizi. Duha Al-Khaled. Ahmed Alkrad. Kalia Andrews. Trey Arbo. Aiden Arena. Mahogany Bailey. Adam Baker. Samantha Balmer. Anthony Barbado. Madeline Barber. Megan Bartlick. Michael Bartusik. Olivia Basil. Allie Baumhauer. Jacob Benedict. Ariel Bestrom. Giovanni Biasuti. Eric Biddle. Cody Billio. Amanda Blake. Jake Blazak. Zachary Boyle. Supreme Bradley. Delaney Broomfield. Cameron Brown. Nathaniel Brown. Blake Busenik. Harmony Buckner. Jessica James Budd. Anthony Berta. Elena Berghart. Joseph Burmeister. John Burns. Morgan Baruto. Haley Bush. Joseph Budarazi. Noah Buys. Thea Bai. Cecilia Byrne. Leah Cady. Tyler Cady. Dayana Calloway. Joshua Camacho. Zoe Camerata. Eden Kaplan. Grace Cardinal. Lucia Cardona. Evan Carr. Kate Carrigan. Gianna Castilla. Kyan Chung. Jonathan Chow. Jamie Brianna Cicero. Noah Clark. Olivia Claus. Joseph Collar. Andrew Collins. Christopher Collins. Owen Collins. Samuel Comfort. Braden Consol. Christopher Kuhn. Nathan Copeland. Joe Costa.
Brad McConnell Craven. Devin Cronin. Arcides N. Cruz Jr. Heather Cumanoli. Lauren Dagger. John Vito DiAugustino. Evelyn Rain Diamico. Michaela Beth D'Angelo. Emma K. Daniels. Joshua Davis. Lauren Dodozak. Dominic E. DeLoss. Maria Di Lorenzo. Ava Durgam. Tommy Derleth. Riley DeRue. John DeWaters. Jose Luis Diaz. Caitlin Diem. Carter W. Dittman. Paige Ditzel. Inez Domingo. Margaret A. Donner. Emily Donahue. Kat E. Dorland. Jess T. Dorman. Rafaela Victoria Dozer. Ava M. Drew. Ryan P. Dugan. Jasir Dumas. River Dunn. Antonio Lewis Ebersold. Spencer Ellingham. Jaden Espelot. Zachary Thomas Evans. Simon Everly. Jessica Farley. John Stephen Farrell. Sarah A. Ferris. Kyler Ferguson. Joshua Fernandez. Allison Ferrero. Marco Ferry. Katia Figo. Julia M. Finkbeiner. Brandon R. Fisher. John McKenna Fitzgerald. Isabella May Fitzsimmons. Lauren Ray Fozigan. Gavin J. Foster. Lindsay Fox. Monty V. Fox. Billy Frank. Aiden Scott Frederick. Sydney Eleanor Galley. Emily Garzinski. Trevor Gates. Ever Gavelis. Derek Geib. Allie M. German. Megan Giesler. Joseph Gigi. Alexander R. Gilbert. Grace K. Golia. Asher X.T. Gordon. Kyle Gould. Chase Robert Graham. Matthew R. Graves. Abby R. Gray. Hayden Gregory. Will Gregory.
Michaela Guck. Ella Guilfoyle. Joshua Haberberger. Benjamin Hadley. Emma Hagenbach. Danny Haygreen. Abbas Hamadullah. Christopher Hardy. Peyton Harrington. Dylan Harvey. Christian Hashem. Juliana Haas. Farasha Hayes. Courtney Heiniger. Madison Hennessy. Taylor Henry. Evelina Herdzik. Ryan Hermanette. Hannah Ruiz. Luke Higgins. Alexander Hill. Morgan Hill. Joseph Hillier. Sayad Hojic. Ryan Hoff. Nako Hoffman. Ellie Hoffman. Morgan Howe. Caitlin Marie Heisick. Madison Java. Anna Jeffers. Alexis Johnson. Deja Johnson. Caden Johnston. Megan Johnston. Sparrow Jones. William Jones. Janai Joseph. Rasheen Justin. Allison Kachurak. Lauren Castle. Victor Cantor. Marissa Caricos. Kyle Kasperzak. Ryan Kasperzak. Shannon Kay. Aiden Thomas Carney. Jack Kelly. Livy Kelly. Allison Kennedy. Ian Kennedy. Morgan Kennedy. Femi Kessington. Andrew Cattell. Holden Kiesel. Emma Kingdon. Cameron Kingsley. Matthew Kingston. Madison Kinzer. Lexi Knack. Joshua David Knapp. Carl Nur. Tara Koning. Jake Kuhnman. Justin Kaplinka. Nicholas Kopman. Arnold Kumasu. Garrett Kuchera. Robert LaFay. Zachary Lalena.
Sierra Lansbury. Grace Lathrop. Alexandra Leach. Noah Ledgerwood. Emily Leo. Brandon Levine. Amelia Labudi. Michael Licata. Carmen Lopez Perez. Harrison Lutzer. Connor Lynch. Anna McDougall. Ryan Malinek. Marissa Mancini. Colin Mannix. Rhiannon Mansfield. Ethan Maxwell. Riley McClare. Rachel McCoy. Micah McKeithrin. Megan McGrody. Amani McIntyre. Paige McRae. William Mahar. Aaron Meath. Julian Mendoza. Zachary Merlot. Jake Messer. Kendall Myers. Mason Mikulski. Gwyneth Miller. Tyler Miller. Kyler Milligan. Mana Nakomwa. John Morgano. Nolan Morris. Emma Murphy. Owen Murphy. Jonathan Musamechi. Victor Muto. Jacob Mutton. John Myers. Victoria Myers. Uliana Nedelko. Christopher Nelson. Darwin Nguyen. Dominic Nichols. Connor Nielsen. Brady Nobes. Fatma Noor. Dylan Norton. Kyle O'Donnell. Macy Ostrander. Megan Owen. Aiden Owens. Catherine Polanski. Gavin Paleshi. Quinlan Pelosi. Logan Palmieri. Jonah Park. Mitchell Parker. Lizette Patterson. Andrew Pulowski. Sarah Payne.
Wesley Peck. Patrick Palmetier. Nicholas Petnelli. Sean Pettis. Logan Phelps. Sydney Oz Pickett. Michaela Pizzo. Nicholas Pasella. Janiyah Powell. Madeline Predmore. Karen Preston. Caroline Prevost. Stanley Presna. Nicholas Provenzano. Jackson Provenzo. Tyler Pucci. Emily Quattrocchi. Madeline Raccanello. Lauren Riddell. Philip Radici. McLean Ralston. Katerina Rao. Brianna Rathbun. Andrew Reish. Toby Relier. Julian Rice. Nathan Rich. Jake Richards. Morgan Ryder. Brendan Riley. Camry Rizzo. Chase Rizzo. Antonio Rodriguez Hoyt, Bryce Rothel, Juliana Rodez, Gabrielle Rose, Zakir Ross, Blake Rowell, Jackson Rude, Jacob Ruff, Oreste Ruiz, Alicia Rush, Rory Russell, Hayden Ryder, Connor Sackett, Stephen Sampson, Claire Savory, Ella Savoca, Aiden Sachs, Catherine Schell, Meredith Schell, Grace Sherline, Parker Sherline, Ellie Schlafer, Benjamin Schwab, Alex Sepulveda, Wayne Sargent, Jordan Shepard, Jason Shiro, Isaiah Slingerland, Abigail Smith, Colin Smith, Ethan Smith, Samuel Smith, Travis Smith, Ryan Smolowick, Marcus Sobel, Gavin Saccarelli, Rachel Sorensen, Isabella Sochu,
Brooklyn Soto, Melina Spees Autry, Lauren St. Germain, Ryan Stafford, James Stanek, Tyler Stantz, Sophia Startari, Anna Steed, Braden Steingass, Caitlin Steinmetz, Samuel Stewart, Ava Stifler, Jasper Stockman Simon, Jonathan Stone, Guy Stores, Samuel Stringer, Adam Strobridge, Anna Sullivan, Jordan Sweeney. Logan Syracusa. Maeve Taylor. Tristan Tybalt. Madison Thomas. Madeline Thompson. Jenna Tice. Daniel Tompkins. Luke Toscano. Trapazzo. Brayman Twitchell. Emily Van Gorder. Derek Vassavong. Thomas Vassavong. Miles Vasta. Stephen Vetter. Claire Vitti. Jacob Vogel. Hong Vu. Aiden Walker. Eric Walker. Jewel Walker. Samantha Walker. Lucas Weiner. Nicholas Weiner. Lucas West. Claire Westrich. Anna Wheatley. Ralph Whitbeck. Zachary Whitcomb. Alexander White. Jasmine White. Elise Weidman. Henry Weidrich. Bruce Wilder. Jack Wilson. Tori Wilson. John Wise. Abigail Wolf. Nathaniel Woodhams. Journey Wright. Kaylin Wright. Omaya. Zinda Yeager. Gwyneth Yeager. Erica Yancey. Abigail Yearden. Aiden Zakowski. Isaac Jerome. Brianna Zeigenfuss. Cody Zinger. Brianna Zito. Isabella Zuniga.
Mr. Provenzano, would you now do us the honor of conferring the diplomas?
This is the moment we've been waiting for. By the authority vested in me by the New York State Board of Regents, I pronounce you graduates of Fairport High School. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Hold on, hold on. Congratulations on a great year. We wish you all the very best. A reminder, in just a moment, we will ask our new graduates to process out. And as you leave, should you join your families out in the foyer after you go process first? The Board of Education and district leadership will go first. Are we ready?